and welcome to Creative Broadcasting, the station of unlimited possibilities. Presents Creating Your Seat at the Table with your host, Ashley Little, as she welcomes her guest to the table.
Welcome to Creating Your Seat at the Table. I am your host, Ashley Little. A little bit about myself: corporate professional by day, entrepreneur by night, 5-time best-selling author, CEO and founder of Ashley Little Enterprises, LLC, owner and creator of Creative Broadcasting, and founder and owner of Talk Radio and TV Network, LLC. Tonight, we have an amazing special VIP guest by the name of Dr. Lei Lewis. A little bit about her. Dr. Lei Lewis is an author, business influencer, publisher, Women of Wealth magazine, and philanthropist. Dr. Lei Lewis is a leader and influencer in business and entrepreneurship in the United States. She is also an icon of the Fourth Estate. She is CEO and publisher of Women of Wealth magazine, a highly esteemed woman-owned, veteran-owned, and 100% minority-owned publication about financial empowerment and philanthropy that is primarily at the forefront of leading the women of today to the possibilities of tomorrow. Dr. Lei Lewis is a retired attorney, non-denominational minister, consecrated to the office of the apostle, a mentor, renowned international and national spiritual and motivational speaker. She is a proud mother of 5, a woman continuously evolving. She has ministered and taught globally: South Africa, London, Paris, and Amsterdam. She is a graduate of the University of Georgia Law School. She practiced business, entertainment, and nonprofit law for over 30 years. She is also the founder and executive producer of the annual Global Women Financial and Philanthropy Summit. In addition, she is a philanthropist and the founder of 1,000 Women Strong Mentoring Global Initiative, changing the face of wealth through mentoring and philanthropy, now called CIP, creating iconic partnerships by connecting small business owners to potential business mentors. Our initiative is by 2022 to have enrolled 1,000 women into our mentoring program and have paired each woman with a mentor within their own industry. Our mentor-mentee partnership initiative will have several components to it. One being our worldwide national television mentoring program. Women that want to be a part of our television mentoring initiative should visit our website at www.womenofwealthmagazine.com and enroll in our mentoring community. Dr. Lewis is the recipient of many awards: the President Barack Obama Lifetime Achievement Award, the South Florida Hispanic Chamber's Women Empowerment Award, to name a few. Our focus is people of wealth, empower, mentoring women of various cultures who are on the cutting edge of success. Our magazine is about finance, mentoring, and philanthropy. It is about giving to others. It is about changing the face of a nation through changing the face of wealth. In addition, she is the executive producer of Cover Page lifestyle reality show of Wealthy Women. She is also the founder and CEO of the National and International Billionaire Investors Roundtable Summit and the Virtual Billionaires Investment Group. Widely recognized as a woman of rare and incomparable intellect, Dr. Lewis has proven herself to be a repository of entrepreneur acumen through her efforts at organizing her extraordinary and regular investors breakfast seminars, an integral activity of the Billionaire Investors Roundtable Summit and the Billionaire Exponential Growth Think Tank of the Women of Wealth magazine. She is known for her luxury events where she brings in various high-worth speakers to espouse on groundbreaking contemporary strategies for peak performance in business and living. One such event was held aboard the Sun Dream Yacht, a luxury ocean vessel moored at Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where she hosted the Uncommon Leadership Awards luncheon, a red carpet event at which some iconic individuals were honored for their outstanding work in building transcultural ties and bridges across the globe. This is her story of passion, courage, perseverance, wealth-conscious, and indomitability of spirit, in addition to publishing the stories of icons who sat in boardrooms around the world. Welcome to the table, the amazing, iconic Dr. Lei Lewis.
Thank you, Ashley. I am so excited to be here. And as you were reading this bio of mine, you know, sometimes we just think we have not done much of anything. And I said, wow, I did do this, I did do that. I found it kind of, thoughtful.
Yes, you are welcome. As I stated, you are amazing, Dr. Lee Lewis. I am giving you kudos. You have definitely done the work. And, I consistently follow you on Facebook, and I am just amazed and inspired by all the great things that you're doing.
Well, Ashley, I'm driven by this passion to impact the lives of women, and probably because I do have 4 daughters, and I see them as they move from day to day, trying to carve out their piece in this place we call Earth, and I want them to succeed so much so I will just push out there and do just about anything for them. And I begin to understand that it's not just my girls that I'm interested in succeeding, but it's women across the globe. And so therefore, we do all of these different events. And speaking of events, we're having one on the 28th and 29th of February, wherein, again, we're bringing in the high influence, influential women from across the nation. And they're going to be speaking to something that you do not hear much talk about, and that's marketplace ministry. Mm-hmm. And what that is, we're trying to merge the church and we call it the marketplace, but some would call it the street, people that will not come into the church building, but they are out there and they have a heartfelt love for God, but we need to figure out how to connect that with the community because the marketplace sits in the community. So my passion for women, my passion for God has driven me to go into the marketplace and try and make an impact there.
I love that. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So, Dr. Lee, tell us more about your entrepreneur journey.
I'm sorry, about?
Tell us more about your entrepreneur journey. How did you get into entrepreneurship?
Well, I had practiced law for so long and enjoyed it, but I knew it was time to shift. You know, after you've done something for so long, you want to see what else is out there for you because we were not put on this earth just to do one thing. Just like you've heard that we should have multiple streams of income. We should have multiple streams of purposes, if you will. And so I needed to look for my next one because it was just a sense that it was time to retire from the law while there was still time to find my other passion. So I did. And looked around trying to figure out, well, what is it that I can do? I practiced law basically all my life. So, and then I realized that I love to read and write and things like that. And there was just not that many magazines out there that dealt with the African American culture. Although Women of Wealth magazine is, we strive for diversity in all that we do, but still it has an African American owner, woman-owned, veteran-owned magazine. So I did not want to just create a magazine for the sake of creating a magazine, all the pretty pictures and all of that. If I was going to do a magazine, it had to have purpose. It had to have impact. So what better way to achieve that than to have women share their stories with other women? Because we will think that we cannot accomplish this or that. And then if we pick up a magazine while we're waiting on the next flight and we see Women of Wealth magazine, now we can read stories about the very same thing that I'm interested in doing, and yes, someone has done it. They have paved the way. Now I can climb up on someone's shoulder and do the exact same thing. So that's what Women of Wealth magazine is all about, sharing the stories of women. We have very little advertisement in there. It's about the woman sharing her story so that she can shoulder up another woman. So now I go back to the conference that we're having on February 28th and 29th in Stockbridge, Georgia, at the Light of the World Christian Tabernacle Church. And the beautiful pastor there is Bishop Ruth Smith and lead pastor Kevin Jones. So here I am trying to merge the church and what I do outside the church, which we call operating in the marketplace. So now I'm trying to merge the two. But the beauty of this is not about the shouting, the good time that we have in traditional church, all that we do. And when we go out to find them, now we need to introduce something that they are interested in other than the church. So we set up networking activities. We set up off and talk about their book. We have vendors. We have vision board sessions. We try to prepare you not just for 2020, but for the next decade. And we have the speakers that will come in and do that. We have people speaking about where the government is going and how we need to be involved in government, in prayer. And we teach people that your vote is your wealth. See, wealth is not just about money. It is about so many other things. Even your health is your wealth. Your relationship is your wealth. I mean, you know, Ashley, it only takes one phone call for someone to launch you into that next level. Just a phone call. Because the people that we deal with are women and men of influence. They have that ability to pick up the phone and make that call. And then suddenly you're at another table than the one that you were at. So that's kind of what we do, always trying to make an impact in somebody's life. We talk about women all the time, but we do the same for men. We have the men's magazine. It's called MBQ. My son is the CEO of that. And oh my goodness, his magazine looks better than mine. And that's something. And so the magazine is in airports around the nation, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million. You know, God has been good to us, and I just definitely want to say that. He has been good to us. Our magazine is all over the world. People get to read our stories. And we're always looking for that particular person to put on the cover of the magazine. That's why we're doing a show, Conversations with Wealthy Women. We've been gathering content for a minute on that, and we're actually going into the homes of these women, you know, with influence, and wealthy women, regardless of what their wealth is. For some folks, it is the money. Others, it's just the influence. It can be so many things, but we do connect with these women. And then we like to bring them and introduce them to other women. We want the magazine. It's like it's touchable. The women in the magazine is touchable. We bring them to our events for the people to meet them and talk to them. I tell you, Ashley, it's nothing more rewarding when I've actually seen grown women cry from reading the magazine. Why? Because they saw themselves in that particular story. Again, we owe it all to God.
Yes.
We owe it all to God. But I'm a talker, as you can tell, being a lawyer and a minister. So let you get something, a word.
I love it, Dr. Lee. I just love everything that you said and how, like you said, it only takes one phone call to be at a different table, right? And being in those right places at the right time and being a woman of impact or man of impact, that is so, so, so important. So thank you for shining light on that, because that's so important. When you change your environment, you change your life. So it's important that you be at those places and you show up. So I love that.
Yes. Showing up is over half of the battle. And then when you show up, you've got to learn how to network up. It's not sufficient to show up, but now you got to network up. Take your business card. Yes. Meet the person. Shake their hand. Hey, I do this. What do you do? And more importantly, Ashley, one of the first questions I love to ask people, how could I serve you? And then they begin to share what they do, and I let them know, let me help you with that you do. Let me give you a leg up, if you will. Let me introduce you to Miss Lou over here. And, just invite people around the nation. I tell you the truth, and my friends know this. So many people know someone else because of a Women of Wealth magazine event, because they were introduced someone that helped them to do the network up. They were introduced to that. So that is so very, very important. And actually, I'm really wanting people to attend this event on the 28th and 29th, because it's not a traditional church event. It is an event where people will meet, connect, have lunch, have fun, find out where the next event is, how I can serve in your vineyard. I mean, just really, really awesome time that's going to be. And let me throw out a website that people can go to if they're interested in attending this. 2020mpm.eventbrite.com. 2020mpm.eventbrite.com. And there, like I said, we just going to share so much with the people that, come in, and just expect us to love on you. Try to make an impact in your life, whatever you're about. We want to, the good things that you're about. Not everything, the good things that you're about. We would love to help you with that. And if we got a couple of minutes, I just want to talk about real quick some of the speakers that's going to be a part of this. As I said, my bishop is Bishop Ruth Smith, and the lead pastor there is Bishop Kevin Jones, and it's the Light of the World Christian Tabernacle Church. And but remember, we're doing it inside of the church, but it is a community conference wherein we're going to be making an impact on the 2020 vision of people. We're going to create vision boards, help people launch new businesses. We have several authors that's going to be attending. Just you name it, we're going to be doing teaching and networking. Powerful, powerful. So we have my co-host of that conference is Dr. Loretta Pierce. My God, what a story she has to tell. So much. She's only alive today because of God. She's going to talk about how a woman can survive domestic abuse. What a powerful story. Then we have this awesome woman out of D.C., Dr. Renee Allen. Oh, my goodness. You can't hardly attend an event in the DMV area and do not see Dr. Renee Allen as the MC of it. She is just awesome. And then, oh, my goodness, this powerful, powerful woman, Dr. Jazz, they call her. She's a T.D. Jakes girl. I mean, she preaches at that woman that are loose. She's got so many awesome nuggets to share with us. She's so very, very powerful. And then for those whose marriage is on the rocks, you will meet the marriage covenant people, and that's Richard and Nefertina Serrano. And they have been known to turn marriages around that was headed in the wrong direction. Then we have another pastor. She's in Marketplace Ministry, and that's Jenny Hart. She has a heart for South Africa. She loves to go there and work with the women. She's in a reality show over in South Africa. It's the Housewives of Johannesburg. When I tell you, we have all kinds. We have Angie Stone. Who doesn't know Angie Stone? I mean, my goodness, just a powerhouse. She's going to be there. And then we have Dr. Sandri Serrano. She's going to be there. I mean, when she does her conferences, she has over 1,000 people attending. She has the Hand Foundation, over 400 ministries up under her. So many people. We have Elise Mary. She's an artist management person. She will be sharing, if you desire to manage artists, and these are some of the things that you need to know. And then there's the things that you will have to go through. She wants to help prepare you for that journey ahead. And let's see, who else do we have? Gosh, we have so many. Then we have Miss Shirley Liu. She's out of Virginia. And her thing is, I'm going to take you from zero to millionaire if you listen to me. Very, very powerful. And who else did I leave? Dr. Sharon Danzler, Church of God in Christ. So we have so many women there. And me, well, we'll see what the Lord says.
I love that. I love that, Dr. Lee. So let's talk more about, you are the founder of the 1,000 Women Strong Mentoring Global Initiative, changing the face of wealth through mentoring and philanthropy. Let's talk more about that and how listeners can get involved and support and donate.
I'm the founder of that. Like I said, my passion is making an impact into the lives of women. So I have been gathering women. I mean, we've been at this, gosh, almost a year now. But I've developed a system now. It's called the Mentorator. And what it is, we take the women that have enrolled in our classes, if you will, and what we're our purpose is to make sure that we introduce them to someone that's going to be able to take them to the next level. That is why it is so important to attend our conferences. That is where we introduce you to someone that can possibly mentor you into that next level up. So we do the mentorship, not so much as the one-on-one, although I do that, mentoring, coaching. This is where we can mentor the masses and gather the women, bring them together, introduce them to one another, let them talk about their goals, and offer solutions to what's standing in the way of them reaching their goals. Awesome program. We call it the Mentor Baby.
Awesome. Awesome initiative. For our listeners that are listening, make sure you get involved with the 1,000 Women Strong Mentoring Global Initiative. Dr. Lee is doing some amazing things with that. So, Dr. Lee, let's talk about the National and International Billionaire Investors Roundtable Summit and the Virtual Billionaire Investment Group. You are the founder and CEO of both of them.
Well, what it is, we do the Billionaire Roundtable in Florida every year. We were just in Miami the year before that, in Fort Lauderdale. And weather permitting, we usually go out on a yacht. So we want people to feel what it feels like to have money. You know, you go out there and we meet one another, talk, networking, collaborating, trying to form partnerships. And we bring in the very, now this is a wealthy event. We reach out to the very wealthy people. And we always have multi-millionaires there. Sometimes the billionaires are there as well. The purpose of that is to make sure we have the very elite people at these roundtables. They're going to come in, they're going to tell you or tell us how they were able to get to where they are and how you can accomplish the same thing. So that's an event where we're going to put people that want to be millionaires, billionaires, together with people that are. And when I say virtual, it's something that you have in your heart. You're not there yet. So, but you know you want to be one. So you're guided by what's in your heart. And you tell yourself, you rehearse that, I am a millionaire, on my way to a billionaire. So, and you believe that. So we call you a virtual billionaire. You headed there. You want to be there. You will be there. All it takes is one good product, one good product, or one good phone call, and you're there.
You're right. That is so key. That is so key. I hope our listeners are listening to all these amazing nuggets that Dr. Lee is sharing with us tonight. So, Dr. Lee, what is some advice you would give to listeners who want to grow in the entertainment industry? Because I know that you practiced entertainment law for about 30 years. So, what is some advice you would give to women who, to listeners who want to grow in the entertainment industry?
Well, first thing I would tell them to make sure you're at this conference because Elise Mary has represented some of the best. She just put together a huge concert here in Atlanta. I think it was last month or month before, forget the name of it. But that's what she does all around the nation, world, in fact. She represents these artists. She puts on concerts. And me being a lawyer, one of the first things I want to tell you is to make sure that you have your paperwork in order so that they will not, take all that God has given you. You have, you work for that, and you want to be able to keep it, and you don't want someone to come in just because at this junction they know more than you do, so they will try to lead you, in an area, down a path where the money is funneled or channeled into them, more so into you. So, second thing is get you a very good entertainment lawyer that's going to look out for that. Put your paperwork in order. Make sure you have a lawyer, and get your booking agent, someone that can help you get booked around the nation, and keep it moving. And, of course, you always have to have a good, you want to have a good publicist anyway, someone that can get you indoors that you cannot get yourself into. And put yourself out there, and that's the next thing. Don't just wait on someone to come find you. You can go out there on YouTube now, and if you're good enough, listen, they're always out there looking on Facebook Live, YouTube. They're looking for the next new thing. And you can make it you. Sing a song. I know an artist that was discovered singing in his school cafeteria. He's huge now. So we don't wait anymore for someone to discover us. We go out there.
That's right.
We put ourselves out there.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So what is some advice you would give to those listeners who are thinking about creating their own magazine?
Well, it can definitely be done. I did it. And is it hard? Yes. And I don't want to say that it's hard so it's not to discourage someone. But I want you to go into it with your eyes wide open. Yes, it is hard. But one of the first things you have to do is decide whether you're just doing it to create, a magazine for the sake of creating a magazine. Say, oh, I got a magazine. Are you doing it? Well, you have to figure out why it is that you want to do a magazine. That's the first step. Why am I doing this? Am I trying to help someone? Am I trying to make money? Is it just a hobby? Where do I want to go with this? So you have to first sit yourself down and have a serious talk with yourself and make that decision. And once you do that, you're going to need content, great content. Once you have decided what direction you're going in, then you know where to go and look for the content. Then you need graphic designers, very costly, unless you are a graphic designer. This magazine started with my daughter. She designed the whole magazine. She was a graphic designer. And it was just beautiful. She made it happen. And we kept at it, and one day we found ourselves in Barnes & Nobles, and now, as I said, we're in airports. But you got to have great content. You got to have money to do it. Then you want graphic designers. And a good thing is you can use interns. They are really good at this graphic design now. I mean, they can take you in directions that I only imagined 10 years ago when I first started. They're very, very good at it now. So, get your graphic designer, locate your printer, decide whether you want to do monthly, which I wouldn't advise at first, quarterly, or, bi-monthly, bi-monthly or quarterly. And some people do it 6 months, and then some people do one once a year. And decide what you're going to charge for it. Decide who your audience is. Is it a niche magazine? These are the kind of the questions that you have to sit yourself down and ponder and come up with answers. And just go for it. And it's always better to be able to have someone that, of course, has published a magazine to mentor you. And again, want to hear more about that? Attend the conference, February 28th and 29th in Stockville, Georgia.
Yes,
2020,
the room.
mpm.eventbrite.com. Thank you, Ashley. You just allowed me to talk and express myself.
So look, I asked all of my guests this question, Dr. Lee, and you built multiple tables for yourself. So how did you create your seat at the table?
How did I?
Yeah, how did you create your seat at the table?
Well, again, remember, I was a lawyer for about 30 years, so I had participated with mayors, governors, and, you know, all kind of people. So I was already out there from that profession. And also, in ministry, I've traveled overseas, again, South Africa, London, Amsterdam, all over. So I was out there. And new people. Always have known a lot of the right people. And once I decided that that was going to be my next chapter, I just said, well, you know what, let me go knock on this door. Mm-hmm. And knowing that I wanted to deal with wealthy people, I would go to the wealthy doors and knock. And rarely would someone say, no, I don't want to be on the cover of your magazine that's sitting in the airport next to Oprah Winfrey's magazine. Rarely do they say, I don't want to be bothered. No. They're very grateful for the opportunity. And so that's how I get to sit at some of the most awesome tables. Awesome. And that's how I got there. Standing on the shoulders of others.
Yeah. And creating room for others at the table as well. And you've done that. And you continue to do that. Yeah.
Definitely.
So we all have a journey, right, on our journey to success. What did failure teach you on your journey?
It taught me to get up. Mm-hmm. You can lay there for a while and feel sorry for yourself. And you can listen to the referee as he counts. But whatsoever you do, don't let him pass the number 9. You get up. And you stand up. And you show up again and again and again. And the name of that is perseverance. You become unstoppable. You become fearless. You become relevant. And you get up with intention. I told my girls, life is a bull. You get on it and you ride it. Yes, it's going to throw you this way and that way. Throw you all the way to the ground. But you hold on to that tail and you don't let go of it. And you ride that bull until you have managed to pull yourself back up. Because life is but a stage. And you're just a player on it. But you stand your ground on it. That's it.
Absolutely. So what did success teach you? Because you're very, very successful.
Didn't hear that one.
What did success teach you?
What did success?
Yes, success. What did success teach you?
What did success mean to me?
Yes, what did it teach you?
Oh, what did it teach me? To be grateful and appreciative. And don't take it lightly when others do things for you.
Mm-hmm.
And don't feel entitled.
Yeah.
They have to do this. They need to do this. They must support me, because they won't. They won't support you, especially when you need it most. You must understand that your support comes from God.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's who you have to lean on, because man will fail you every single time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But God will never fail you.
I love that. And thank you for actually shining light on that, and just because that's so important that we put our faith in Him and not man.
Yeah.
So
Not
what
me.
can we expect from you, Dr. Lee? We're in a new decade, a new year of 2020. What can we expect from you in 2020? You have already told us a little bit of what you got going on, but what else can we expect from you in this year of 2020?
I'm going to go hard. I've pushed it, but I'm going to push it with super passion, and that's my mentorship program. I believe that when women win, the world wins. Mm-hmm. And regardless of where I'm pushing, I'm going to push hard for the woman to win. And mm-hmm. I know the way to do that is through mentorship. Things mm-hmm. are twice as hard when you don't have a mentor to help guide you through that path. And so that's where I'm headed, finding mentors for the young women that's trying to achieve success.
I love that. I love that, reaching back and pulling forward. That is so amazing.
Yes, it's really about that mentorship. And that's where I'm headed. And do much of it through television, radio, wherever I can get a platform. Mm-hmm. I want to put my mentorship program out there.
I love it. I love it. For our listeners that are listening, Dr. Lee is definitely someone to know. Definitely connect with her. Get involved in all these great things that she has going on. And it's always about showing up and getting in the room. And when you get in the room, stay in the room. But get connected with people who are where you want to be and that can change your life and change your environment. So, Dr. Lee, will you please tell our listeners how they can support you and follow you on all social media platforms?
Yes, you can find me on Facebook, Dr. Lee Lewis. You can find me on Instagram, Women of Wealth Magazine, and Twitter at Women of Wealth MZ, and LinkedIn, Women of Wealth Magazine. Facebook, we're also Women of Wealth Magazine, but I have the personal page, Dr. Lee Lewis.
Yes, she does. So definitely follow her, connect with her, get involved, listeners. Get involved, get connected, and, make sure you're connecting with the right people in this new decade, okay? It's so important because our destiny is tied to our connection. So, Dr. Lee, thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy schedule to come to the table. This has been a powerful interview, and I can't wait to invite you back to the table.
Thank you, and I can't wait to come back.
Yes, and I look forward to working with you and collaborating with you in this new year.
Thank you. Yes, I'm so looking forward to that, actually.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. So I would like to give a special thanks to my intern, Sarah, from Tennessee State University, and my intern, Vontaria, from Winston-Salem State University. You all may follow me on Facebook at Ashley Little and on Instagram at _Ashley A. Little. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Creating Your Seat at the Table, where Ashley speaks with corporate professionals, celebrities, entrepreneurs, authors, and speakers who are transitioning or have transitioned to entrepreneurship.